So their behavior were always like with organism, and say at the most as a living being. Swamiji says that we know, only the Indians did know it, and it is the completely Indian idea that the final emancipation, what we call mukti, what is seeing the limitation, and seeing the limitation which is completely as a component of living in the world or beyond. There are concepts of heavens in all the religions and mythologies and others. So there is a lot of joy. And we find joy also here in the world. We are all in search of joy. But a real prudent man, a real man of judgment and peace and nobility, surely finds out that whatever be in the form of joy here or the hereafter, cannot give you the real goodness. So a human being only can go beyond these things. Swami says this concept of liberation, the mukti, was found in India. It's an Indian concept. And that is the national aim. That is the national aim. Now, why we are telling these big words? These big words has to be known because this is our heritage, this is our culture, and moreover, this is the truth. Swamiji says, it is for the society to follow the truth. It's not that the truth will pay homage to society. It is the society has to pay homage to truth or perish. Because of the tremendous amount of education based on this truth, eternal truth, Sanatana Satya. India survived thousands of years of assaults and anythings. The motherland of tolerance and peace. Now, we see what we see. Tremendous amount of intolerance, impatience, peacelessness, lie, fraud in every corner. We want to legitimize the whole thing. It's a law. Fundamental right, human rights, there are the laws. And law is necessary only when we want to rule. And because without that, it will be completely unruly. So the more law is nothing but, it's not a sign of actually civilization. By this, we may try to maintain a civilized peace, but actually it is a sign of degradation. Good guys, good people don't need law. Only because of the bad people we need law. So the more the laws means, more the bad people we have. Let it be. But it has to be handled in every step, in every corner. But the main thing which should be there is education. Education, educating people, educating youngsters, educating parents in every house. That is a real work to be done. That will teach you culture, that will teach you ethics, that will teach you morality, that will teach you everything. And there are a lot of things in every corner it is there. How education, the lack of proper education is ruining everything. Say for instance, spreading of the, say for instance, sharing of truth. It's very important. While we share knowledge, we should share truth. But we find that people are not keen to get truth. They're more interested in lies. People are making money on lies. The people are thriving on lies. The people are thriving on cheating others. This is the hard truth. Why? When we turn immoral, when we turn unfaithful, then always has to be known there is a problem in our education. Swamiji says, you should not still, this word and sentence, the big moral sentences will not work. People wants to see a person who does that in his life. Always tell the truth. They want to see a person who tells the truth. So a personal character is necessary. And you will see this character like Swami Vivekananda, they are the torch bearer, big flames of light, which always inspires us and give us direction that how a human being should be. He had no reason to suffer. He had no problem in his life, but he suffered for whom? The people. But what he did, he had to suffer for them. Not that he enjoyed himself. So all the great men are in the same line. They had to pass through a severe amount of persecution. Be it Jesus Christ, be it any other great people. Now, Swami Vivekananda was always in favor of correcting the society in the line of truth, correcting the society in the line of local character. That is very important what Swami Vivekananda discovered. He said all the country has their own character. And this is a national character on which if you work, you will get the work done very quickly. So that special character has to be found out and it has to be worked in that line. And it has to be done without injuring or even involving much of religion. He says very clearly that religion should not be brought in to solve these social rules, frame these social rules. Then what will happen? It will increase the disbalance and all the, he says the word monstrosities. Yeah. So he was actually, he says my way is to do all the work without disturbing the faith and religion. It was there. And education to everybody and honor and dignity for women. And also very importantly, he said one very important thing. What for we are actually not even framing our own rules properly. We are not being able to frame our own society and social balance. That is, we are still a non-believer in our own selves. As an Indian, Swamiji says, my work is to give back their own individualities. We have to give back these own individualities, that who they actually are. The moment you know who you are, then you already have a tremendous sense of self-respect. And this self-respect will give you the conduct of responsible citizen, what you call self-responsibility. And that action will make you protect others' rights. And other people of similarly educated and responsible people will protect your right. So the self-respect is extremely important. That brings everything. What he used to say, Shraddha. The lack of Shraddha, what education is imparting, is actually corrupting the very core of our nation. Always, he, as a true reformer, he used to say, root and branch reform. We need to work there. That a proper, good and moral and very much logical education has to be important. These fundamental and primary education should be extremely strong and good and vigiled, so that people, the kids, don't get any wrong knowledge, any wrong instigation. Some, because people, the kids, take them verbatim, take them as they are. They don't judge, they cannot judge it. But it's the responsibility of the people, elderly people, reformers and educationists to frame a proper educational framework. So Swamiji was there that education and prioritization, there is a priority. I can tell you two small incidents, very significant incidents in Swamiji's life. When someone came and told Swamiji, what is the problem? What solution can be there to the problem of the widows? Swamiji gave a peculiar answer with all his disgust and sharpness. That why you are asking me, am I a widow? The meaning is the widows will always solve their own problem. Why you are coming in between to solve this problem or her problem? Means is not a way of subjugating people, suppressing people by throwing your solution without consulting the widows. So while you don't solve that problem. So while you don't suffer, you have no right to give a solution to the problem. So solution should come from the people who suffers. They should be taken first in account, and it should be. Next, another incident comes. While there was a big famine going on, an organization came who protects cows as a religious custom. So they came to make some donation from Swamiji for the cows to be protected. Then Swamiji says, it's okay, you protect cows, but so many people are dying. What about that? Then that person did not give any proper answer, and they quoted Shastras that it is described in our Smritis that it seems that cow is considered as the mother of our. Then Swamiji, with a lot of disgust and fun and pun, he told, yes, if cow is not our mother, how can, other than a cow, who will give birth to this type of intelligent child? It's a severe satire he did. That means human sufferings has to be addressed first with all force and empathy. That's more important is empathy and involvement. Not that how much material we serve, how much dedication we have. So that his central motto of his life became that Shiva Jnana Jiva Seva. We serve every people as a very embodiment of Shiva. বহুরূপে সম্মুখে তোমার ছাড়ি কোথা খুঁজিছ ঈশ্বর জীবে প্রেম করে যেইজন সেইজন সেবিছে ঈশ্বর. So he completely changed the practice of spirituality. He completely translated and without any doubt implemented it. Wonderful philosophy which combines this our divinity and service, divinity of man and service to man. So if I know it's divine, the right will be automatically preserved. The more the education will be spread, the more it will be peaceful. The amount of educated and properly inspired people, they will be real human beings. Swamiji says, I want humans only. He says, the rest will be done. Manush chai, baki sab hoiya jaibe. So he says, even after emancipation, you will get it if you become a proper human being.